This Roblox feature is completely useless. That title really makes me wonder what people are possibly gonna think this mysterious feature is that I'm gonna be talking about, but I guess there is only one way for you guys to find out. Now, this is a video idea that I've had tucked away for a fairly long time, and it's something that I've just kind of had sitting there on standby until I felt like it was finally time to talk about this particular video topic, and clearly that just so happens to be today, right here, right now. Like I said, I've wanted to bring this up for a long time, and it's been bugging me a lot how I'm just constantly torn between mentioning it right now or just leaving it be in case by some miracle Roblox actually impress us all and just do anything and everything they can do to fix it. But seeing as it has now been years and years, I think it's safe to say that that won't be happening anymore, and not anytime soon at least. And it's sad, but we can finally release those hopes that we had and instead just talk about how the impending doom of the Roblox catalogue section containing the one and the only Gears. It pains me so very much to label Gears on Roblox as completely useless because they have been around for a long time and they used to always be such a massive part of the platform, and they used to be an important staple for a lot of the games, but sadly that's just not the case anymore, and that's why I want to give my thoughts on this. And I suppose they have some kind of a personal connection to myself as well, because I remember for some reason very vividly my first ever game that I played on Roblox in 2011 was some kind of game where you go in, you pick a gear, and then you fight everyone else. It was kind of like a Gear Wars, but it wasn't the official Gear Wars game. I don't exactly know what game it was, but it was on those lines. So please make sure to leave a like in this video and subscribe if you also think that this Roblox feature has become completely useless over the years. And you know what, I'll bet that there is even going to be some people watching this video right now, maybe they joined Roblox this year or at least within the last couple of years, that had absolutely no idea Gears were a thing on Roblox, and that's a slightly upsetting thought to have. I'm confident that it's not the majority, but I'm almost certain there is going to be a few people here and there that don't really know what Roblox Gears are, and so to momentarily cater to those people, Gears or gear items are avatar shop items that usually appear as a tool. They can be worn on the profile of a player's avatar or be allowed in games that have allowed the gear's specific attributes and genre. So the most unfortunate part about the fact that gears are completely useless now is that unless you have actually played Roblox through the eras of when they weren't useless, it's unlikely that you're gonna know and understand how it truly felt for them to be one of the biggest parts of almost every single game you entered at one point. Well, that, and also the fact that they're just kind of sitting there and waiting to die because it's beyond obvious that they are never gonna get removed, but they are also never gonna get fixed, so their fate is really to just sit and rot and nothing more than that. There are many types of gear items, a few examples being swords, lasers, and musical instruments. As of January 12, 2019, there are over 2,000 gear items in total, including unavailable items. You know, I promise that I just searched and searched for around 5 to 10 minutes just trying to find an idea of the year that Gears actually got introduced on Roblox, and I honestly can't find anything even close to telling me that, so my only guess is that they got released at pretty much the same time that the catalogue got added to Roblox. And even from someone who joined all the way back in 2011, trying to pinpoint a specific time that Gears actually started to become as useless as they are today, or a time in which Gears just broke and obviously never got fixed, not even to this day, it's basically impossible, and the time I spent trying to figure out the specific time was very likely just a big waste of my own time. Gears have often been criticised as being broken since most gears were made before R15 and lots of gears do not work with R15 characters. Gear that work for both R6 and R15 are often broke due to Roblox updates. So as you can see, it's evident evident that some people out there seem to think that it was back in 2016 when R15 got released to the public on Roblox, because obviously Gears first got released and uploaded to the catalogue long before R15 became a thing, and that means that all Gears were created with only R6 avatars in mind, and they were made to work specifically with how R6 characters operate. At that time, R15 wasn't even an idea, so whoever was out here creating these Gears didn't have any reason to make sure that they would have worked with R15 characters, something that quite literally didn't even exist at the time. And after R15 did get added, it resulted in pretty much every Gear in the catalogue just completely breaking, and it seems like no one ever tried to fix them. It's also actually kind of hard to tell whether it was the addition of R15 breaking the Gears that made people stop using them as much, or if they actually just stopped including them in their games before R15 even became a thing. I genuinely can't remember, and it would have been nice to know what really happened that led them to the fate they have received, but at this point it doesn't really matter anyway. This video wasn't supposed to be, haha, Roblox sucks, they are so lazy because they added this awful update, because that's not the case at all, and that is not what I'm trying to say. I still think it's very sad that it's super likely that Gears will never ever be the same as they once were, but I'm not trying to come across as angry towards Roblox for allowing this to happen, or because I want them to remove Gears forever, because despite everything I just mentioned, when all is said and all is done, there is still one thing that Gears are useful for, and that must count for something, right? I know that there is a fair few people out there in the big wide world of Roblox that buy and use Gears on their avatars purely to add some kind of accessory to their outfits. Like, of course, the Gears don't show up in games and they don't apply to their outfits when they enter a game, but they use them to add to their aesthetic on their profiles, and if that within itself makes people happy, then I don't see any problem in keeping them up only for that reason. I suppose the first instance of Gears being broken and then becoming ultimately useless was literally back 1 year ago, when a bunch of YouTubers started bringing it to everyone's attention that skateboards on Roblox are extremely broken, and I remember there was even whole petitions with thousands and thousands of signatures to hopefully get Roblox to see this entire mess and basically force them into fixing it, but that inevitably didn't happen, and so the only working skateboards we have right now is that one incredible skate park game that includes scooters and BMX bikes too. Being completely honest, Gears remaining on the website in the broken state that they're in doesn't really change anything too drastically, and that's okay. At least we can still say that. I just need everyone to remember that everything I said is 100% my opinion, and you absolutely don't need to agree with me. If you do agree with me, then that's fine. If you disagree, that's also fine. But my opinions are that this is truly upsetting that Gears will never be the same that they once were on Roblox, because I will admit that it has been a fairly long while since I last checked the Gears section of the avatar shop prior to making this video, and going back to it right now and just seeing and remembering each and every single one of these Gears, it's super nostalgic, which is great, but it's also making me realise the wasted potential that they all had on this platform. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because it helps me out more than you know, and I will always truly appreciate the love and support. But anyway, guys, think of Roblox Gears becoming more and more useless over the years to a point where some people didn't even know they existed on the platform. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.